So, I fucked up and just noticed I didn't actually record this episode.
Great.
Admittedly, we've said some stuff, so let me recap real fast. Welcome to Radio Free Sealab. Join me tonight in the pirate radio station is Bear.
Yeah, that's me.
Deft Beck.
Hello!
And Biz. We have to redo this because I screwed up and we weren't recording. The plot of the episode is Sealab had made a pirate radio station.
No, you don't have to do it fast.
Well, I mean, we may as well get back to what we were talking about. We already talked about a lot of this, and it's sad that the listeners don't get it. But yeah, Captain Murphy makes a pirate radio station, and then it gets blown up by the FCC.
Yeah, and we see our first example of continuity in which we see the insult of Mailbox Head carried over from the previous stream episode.
That's right. And it's written by Adam Reed, Matt Thompson, and John Miller, once again, with executive producer Milos Lasnik.
I am wondering, with all these 11-minute shows that Adult Swim is famous for, like, what the screenwriting process was like. Like, you think this is a script-driven show?
It has to be. I know Space Ghost was. If you watch any Space Ghost behind the scene.
I don't know.
The restriction with Sealab is inherently you're only limited. You're kind of limited by what footage you have. Yeah, you could do shit with Flash, which they clearly do, but you're really kind of limited in the sort of stuff you could do.
Yeah.
Also, did Adult Swim have this like 3 stock explosion effects? I see it in every fucking show. It's like the same explosion effect as in like Aqua Teen and like 12-ounce Mouse.
I think it's just
Yeah, I don't think it's 3. I think they only have the 1. They just tinted it blue for Sealab.
Yeah, it might just be the 1, but still, it seems like they just use the same fucking explosion in everything.
Was Sealab done in Flash?
I don't think so. I think it was done in some other just like early video editing. It's wild. You'll go to like old interviews with, I don't know for Sealab, but for like the Aqua Teen guys, they would just go, yeah, we just make all our art assets in like old Photoshop and then edit them together in whatever video program is available at the turn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Mike Galazzo like told the Angry Video Game Nerd when they met at a convention, like, just if you want to make an animated show, just use Photoshop.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird that that's what they used.
Well, Photoshop even has built-in like animation tools. No one ever uses it because there's better animation programs, but you could animate a full show in Photoshop.
I mean, 2000s Photoshop, I doubt it, because that would have been Photoshop, like, 3?
Yeah, probably not back then. I'm just saying that obviously someone got the memo and they've integrated it in since then.
But yeah, we talked about lots of bits we really liked. The running gags, the Captain Murphy getting bullied is really weird because he hasn't done anything yet.
I was wondering about the mailbox head. What the fuck is a mailbox head?
I don't know.
His head looks like a mailbox.
I even as a kid, I never saw that. I just
thought
it was
square.
I just thought it was a weird thing that
he has like square hair.
I guess.
I mean, it's stupid, but it makes sense.
Love how they got all like the annoying radio show host stuff down.
Oh yeah, the soundboard and cutting people off and having like the sidekick.
Yeah.
I will admit that sort of stuff is kind of a lost trope nowadays because everyone just listens to Spotify, so you don't really get personalities. I mean, I guess if you listen to Apple Radio 1, there is sort of that, but it's not like in the same format.
So I still listen to my radio in my car when I'm going to and from work.
God,
which means,
you caveman. You fucking caveman robot.
Yeah, I get to hear some music every now and again, but I also get to hear highlights from the morning wood.
And tons of commercials. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Do they do the thing where they like have people call, you could win $500 if you suck your dick?
No wonder you are the way you are. You're fucking poisoned by radio.
It's usually more like... the only radio contest I ever listen to, or rather hear of, is, they still do the 10th caller gets Metallica tickets. They still do that, and they will do every week. It's like, you call in at this time and identify the song, you get a $20 gift card for the barcade downtown. Beep, 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 beep. And then a bunch of Mario sound effects will play or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? But it's and then whenever there's commercials, I'll change stations.
I mean, Top 40 is pretty much hell nowadays because they're all literally bought out by BMI, so they're obligated to play only top 40 songs.
Are they actually bought out by BMI? Like, are they?
BMI. I remember, I was ever in the college radio. Okay, so my college had a radio station.
Also,
and I once went there.
Disclaimer. Sorry, I have to put a biased disclaimer. Technically, I'm part of BMI, but I hold no affinity for them.
Well, your real name's not on the show, so...
I know. I'm just saying a biased disclaimer in case anyone... Anyway,
I remember visiting my friend who was in the club that managed the college radio station, and they explained that they could play what they wanted to an extent, but because of the fact that they were on the air and they were a real radio station, they were obligated by BMI to pay like licensing fees and also play certain songs that were popular in the college radio kind of top 40.
Weird.
That's
That
interesting
sucks.
because there's a college radio here in Rapid, and I thought about getting on there once. So I was looking into like the requirements, and one of the things they said is do not play anything from the top 40. So
I also remember stealing CDs from there all the time.
Oh, for sure. You gotta. Free music, yay.
Because they would get promos and stuff, and I would just take them and rip them in my computer.
Something else I'm thinking about with the Sealab episode is this is the first time the FCC is an antagonist, but it won't be the last time.
Yeah, okay,
Makes
can we
sense.
look at the FCC magazine now?
Yes, I posted it in the chat.
One thing I want to bring up that we talked about briefly, but in the version that didn't get recorded, that the voice actor for Captain Murphy is one Harry Goes, who is a well-known Broadway actor. Did very little TV work. He does a few shows, but like it seems like Sealab was like his longest stint on television.
Yeah, it's weird. And when we get there, his son fills in once he dies. But yeah, I posted the Feds magazine there in the IRC again. The Feds magazine that says Semper Fidelis Status Quo, which I guess means what? Protect the status quo always? Same to the status quo.
Something like that.
It's a quote from the FCC captain, says, "I'll kill the censored, I assume fuckers or bastards, the hunt for Ed Murphy." And then little highlight articles that say, civil rights, pros and cons, Ruby Ridge and Waco, what we did right, and that's the special parenting issue.
Was the FCC involved in Waco?
No, but this is Feds magazine.
What is
Feds
Ruby
Mag-
Ridge?
oh, okay, I misunderstood. Ruby Ridge. Ruby Ridge was something that was similar to Waco. It was
What are either of them?
okay. So Waco is a cult of people, and they all are in this compound, basically.
Oh, I know Waco, yeah. They live in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, and then basically they just get starved out, shot, and there's a big shootout, and then they kill a bunch of people accidentally. Ruby Ridge is just a similar thing that happened.
And yeah, it's one of those
There's
like, haha.
They're two federal sieges. Ruby Ridge was 11 days.
Yeah.
It must have sucked to like watch this on broadcast TV back in the day, and you see all these little like psych eggs, and like there was no DVDs yet.
Yep, there's no DVDs. TiVo didn't even exist when the show came out.
There's no like autistic TV tropes page.
I mean, there would be eventually. Like Animaniacs was making fun of those people.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I wanted to say, which I meant to say last episode, is the theme song of this show is great. I love
Yes,
it. Adult
keep
Swim always
bringing
has
it up.
perfect theme songs.
Yep, Calamine did the theme, and it is really, really, really good.
And were you saying it's like an homage to the 2020 theme song or something?
I think it was. No, not even close. Someone
Okay.
else, Casey, my old friend Casey, said that once, and I was like,
Oh.
dude, no, that's a fun fact that's super wrong because I'll link the old Sealab 2020 intro sounds like a Johnny Quest theme. It is nothing like the new one.
Okay.
It is wild. So that being said, the old philosophical debate got cut. My bad. So let's try a new one. If you were a pirate radio DJ, how would you run things?
I wouldn't.
Into
I'll
the
quit.
ground.
Yeah.
Well, obviously into the ground. I mean, you wouldn't have like a fun name.
DJ. I mean, Deathback is already a fun name.
Yeah, Deathback is you already have yours covered.
Bear Boy in the morning. I bear it all.
That's pretty
Bare,
good.
bare ass boy in the morning.
Bare ass in the morning. I would just play music until I got sued out of existence, really.
Well,
I would just play whatever.
That's pirate radio, buddy.
I would just play like whatever. Like, I guess you're right. I guess if it's inherently a pirate radio station, you didn't say
What
that.
is the pirate radio code?
KXLX7.
BE4R.
No. I meant like, what are the rules that they, as a people, follow?
Oh.
Like
I'll tell you,
the
Fall.
chivalrous code.
No whining.
Yeah, I can buy that.
Yeah.
You have to accept parlays from other pirate radios.
Yeah, that's it. That seems cool, actually. Imagine having a pirate radio station just so you can have other pirate radio DJs on your show, and so you can.
Well, that's what that movie Pirate Radio is about.
I need to watch that.
It's all right.
Seen it. So that
I
being
don't
said,
know. You know how to play on my pirate radio station? I play a lot of like mashups of shit. I play a lot of Silva Gunner, a lot of Neil C, a lot of stuff that you just never hear on the radio normally. Just stuff that really blew people's minds and pushed them to new kind of music.
I don't know if this is in this recording, but a lot of the jokes in this episode are relating to weird radio DJs are kind of lost on people because a lot of people just listen to Pandora or Spotify nowadays.
Yeah.
you got that on there.
You can cut that bit out then.
Yeah, we'll see. So that being said, how's this episode rate compared to the other two?
This episode was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far it's my favorite episode, because we got the most out of Hank.
Yeah, it makes me very uncomfortable that you call him that.
That's his name. His name is Hank.
Captain Murphy. You listen to hip hop. You should know this name.
He's Captain Hazel Hank Murphy.
You know what else I do want to discuss before we leave? First appearance of Dolphin Boy.
Oh, that's gonna be a recurring character? I just thought it was just a gag.
No, Dolphin Boy is well, he'll show up more. But yeah, Dolphin Boy, first appearance. Yay.
AJ, we're in the middle of recording.
Well,
No,
I'd
we're
say we're
done.
about done.
We're out of here. I'm done. I quit the show.
Yeah, we got 3 episodes. We could do a 4th if we want to have all of January filled up.
Still Seacast?
Yeah. There's 5 Sundays in January. Fuck. Oh well.
Cool.
But yeah, so we could do another episode if y'all wanted, or we can do another 2 sometime between now and the end of the month. It doesn't matter.